Seriously? You need to watch this before you book your Disney hotel. We just stayed at Disney Port Orleans, eating at the French Quarter and staying at the Riverside, and it ended up being one of the calmest, most underrated Disney trips we've ever had. From grabbing Scat Cat's famous beignets the second we arrived, to staying in a Tiana Royal Room, to dinner at Boatwright's at night, and a carriage ride afterwards straight out of a Disney book. Port Orleans honestly shocked us. If you're wondering whether this resort is worth it, let me break it down. Please leave a like and a sub. Your support is greatly appreciated. The first thing we did when we arrived, before unpacking, before exploring, was go straight to Scat Cat's cafe for the ghoulish beignets. Only around during Halloween time. You need to get them. You need to. Warm, fluffy, and fresh. Covered in powdered sugar. Amazing. I don't need to tell you anything more. You just need to put them in your mouth. Well, you need to buy a ticket, plane ticket, get yourself a little Uber, you know what I mean, and come over here, then get off, and then walk your little butt into this place, and then get you one. These really are the best beignets on Disney property, and people take buses from other resorts just to get them. The French Quarter itself is inspired by New Orleans' historic French Quarter, jazz music, lantern-lit pathways, colorful buildings, wrought iron balconies, pure charm. Pure charm. It feels like a couple of days when you're there, you might have a little Mardi Gras celebration. You don't know, you know? The best part about French Quarter is how small it is, but in a good way. French Quarter has 1,008 rooms, making it Disney's smallest moderate resort. Everything is close: the lobby, the pool, food, the river, the boats. Everything just a few minutes of walking apart, and if you get yourself on one of those 4-man bikes, you might get there in half the time. Well, who knows? Disney's largest moderate resort, Caribbean Beach, sits on over 200 acres with 2,109 rooms and several internal bus stops. It is huge. But now let's compare it. French Quarter is the opposite though. Calm, compact, and extremely walkable. If you hate long resort walks, this place is a dream. Now let's move to where we actually stayed, Port Orleans Riverside. This resort feels completely different, but in a good way. We stayed in one of Tiana's royal guest rooms in the Magnolia Bend section, and this room made the whole trip feel magical.
Oh my god, for me.
Gold details, Princess and the Frog artwork.
I didn't know this.
You like it?
Letters from Disney princesses themselves, and the famous firework lit up headboards. It's elegant and still very Disney. It truly does feel like Tiana's room in there. Magnolia Bend is inspired by the Grand Southern manor homes along the Louisiana riverfront. Tall white columns, gardens, courtyards, fountains, everything feels calm and beautifully designed. Now let's talk about the pools. Because one of the best perks of staying at Port Orleans is that you can use both pools at both resorts, French Quarter and Riverside. They share access, so no matter where you stay, you get double the options. Pretty cool, right? We spent our time over at the main pool called Old Man Island at the Riverside. And honestly, it's one of the highlights of the whole resort. I'm not even joking. Old Man Island is themed like an old lumber mill tucked into the Louisiana bayou. You cross a long wooden bridge to get onto the island, then there's a big water wheel turning, and the whole spot feels shaded, peaceful, and super scenic. It feels more like a little adventure spot than a typical hotel pool. The main pool is really large, plenty of space, and there's a water slide built right into the mill structure. It's a good length and really fun without being too intense, if you know what I mean. There's also a hot tub, tons of seating, a really nice kids play area, a lot of shade from the trees around the island, and it has a relaxing riverside vibe that hits different after a long park day. Now over at French Quarter, the pool is completely different, bright, colorful, and themed after Mardi Gras with a serpent slide. It's smaller, compact, and it has a lot of fun energy to it, so there's nothing wrong with that one as well. The best part is that you get to choose. Staying at either resort gives you access to all the pools at Port Orleans. So if you want the calm, big themed pool at the Riverside or the vibrant fun vibe at the French Quarter, it's all up to you. Walking to our room every day was peaceful and scenic. Riverside also has the Alligator Bayou section inspired by the rustic Louisiana backwoods, wooden lounges, natural landscaping, and a laid-back cabin atmosphere. I do want to highlight the dinner at Boatwright's dining hall. It was phenomenal. Inside, it looks like a Louisiana boat workshop. Wooden beams, nautical tools, an upside-down boat frame hanging from the ceiling. It's insanely cool. The atmosphere was cozy and calm, perfect after a long park day. After dinner, we got a beautiful carriage ride around the river and back to where the dining hall was, and it was amazingly beautiful. With the lights glistening off the water, the clacks of the horse, and a very calm night, there's nothing much that can beat something like that in your life. Instead of buses, you get a calm, scenic ride straight to Disney Springs, a premium feeling perk without deluxe pricing. Another few benefits as well are the beignets at the French Quarter, of course, that I just mentioned, Tiana rooms and mansion vibes at Riverside, the boat to Disney Springs, multiple pools, and 2 distinct atmospheres in one little bubble. It's like you're getting 2 resorts for the price of 1. Port Orleans usually runs $260 to $380 per night depending on the season. For theming, atmosphere, dining, transportation, and overall convenience, I think it's a strong value in the moderate category. We really have to ask ourselves though, is Port Orleans worth it? And the answer is absolutely yes. French Quarter gave us the beignets and charm, Riverside gave us the Tiana Royal Room and peaceful nighttime walks, Boatwrights gave us a surprisingly great dinner. I think everything together they make Port Orleans one of the Disney's strongest moderate resort choices, and would I be back? Absolutely. If this video helped you out, hit like and subscribe, and comment below where would you stay at, French Quarter or Riverside?